you might be on YouTube. We'll find out.
Yeah, mine might be too.
That's great because we're live on YouTube for episode 161 because I just click go live and I don't care about the other two.
Yeah, didn't warn us or anything. That's fine.
That's fine. This episode is going to be a mixed bag anyway. We've got remixed cereals from General Mills, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That should kill Amy. Chocolate Toast Crunch. And,
okay, mine's on mute. Yay.
And s'mores. We have another thing likely to kill both Brian and Amy. Matcha Tiramisu, KitKats from Japan. And also, that's a very strange mix to me.
You know what I was saying before the show? Matcha, you never know. It could be very sweet and delightful, or it could just be a mouthful of grass. So we'll find out.
And then M&Ms is mixing M&Ms together in bags.
Which, good for them. It's time. Like, more of that, people. More of that, candy makers, please. Come on, chop, chop.
Took my money, so good for them.
That's true. They got your money.
They got my money. You know what else? There's stuff in the peanut mix I don't know that I've ever had before, but that might be because I would never want them.
Oh, you know what? I didn't take a good look, and no spoilers, but I am with you on that one. I was not even aware of one of these products.
Right. I'm like, did that even exist? Well, and should it exist?
That's a good question.
Heather.
Yes, we did. We took a week off. We didn't plan it, but things kept coming up, so we just kept pushing it back until we took the week off. Whoops.
Yes.
Oopsies. Right now, I can't see the chat, so I'm going to trust you that.
Well, absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? So now you really love us.
I mean, I would think everyone loves us. Oh, now I can see the chat. I've got this working.
But they love us even more.
Yeah. And Anthony, yeah, we'll talk about this later, but I have a friend who actually has a custom M&M mix, which they won't share their ratios, that they call M&M salad.
Oh. I thought you said custard M&Ms for a second.
Yeah. No, it has like a mix of M&Ms. They put them all together to make their M&M salad. I'm like, what's in it? And they're like, I won't tell you the ratio.
I'll give you my secret recipe later on.
Later, let's do it in the episode.
Okay, fine. Pause up.
Oh, we're pausing? Yeah. See, we took a week off, but I remember we need to pause right now.
That's fine. You just made it harder for Amy to edit in post.
Well, you're the one talking right now. My paws are up. See?
This is the Food Scientist Podcast. I'm your host, Amy Zajac. I'm here with Danny Sussman.
Hello, host Amy Zajac, everybody in the chat, the rest of the world, and before I forget, Mr. Brian Pierce.
And yes, and Brian Pierce is here as well.
Hello, everyone. That's the first time you've said hello to me, Danny.
I know. I realized 160 episodes. I always greeted everybody, but like not you specifically. So, hi, Brian.
Yes,
I'm
hello,
so
Danny,
happy to have you as my food soulmate.
Yeah. So we will have our news and experiences, and then we have a number of these what they call cereal remix snacks. So you just eat them as snack food, apparently, without milk in a bowl. Though I'm sure we could do that.
You could, but it's a snack. They call it a snacking mix. General Mills, went out and took their leftovers, put them in a bag, called it snacking mix. I'm excited for these.
I'm intrigued by these. I don't really see how it's going to be different from eating cereal out of the box. We'll find out.
What's a remix?
Wait, eating like 3 cereals out of the box.
Oh wait, if you eat it, go like.
Yeah. Moving on, we also have some tiramisu matcha KitKats.
You stopped. I was gonna just lay some.
Yeah, I didn't even know Brian.
Fine. No, you don't get that
keep
now.
our audience, Brian.
I want Brian to lay a groove behind everything I see. Like I did not know you could beatbox like that. I'm gonna say hello more often.
Mm-hmm. I am. Yeah. See you doing it. It wakes me up inside.
Yeah.
And then
it kind of sounded like a farting noise, but.
We're going to end with some new packaging, some new mixes of that you don't have to mix yourself of M&Ms.
Yeah.
Pre-mixed for you in their bags.
The M&M's classic mix and the M&M peanut mix.
Yes.
which I was unaware existed. So this is exciting.
They're new. These are new. These just came out in stores.
Cool.
So
we got some news, folks. You go with your news.
Hey, I have a scoop.
You have a scoop.
I have a scoop. And my scoop is this. I found out what May's blizzards of the month are going to be. There's 2 for May.
Lay it on us.
Brownie batter.
Wait a minute. That's not new. That's not.
I didn't say it was new. I just said it's the blizzard of the month. But maybe that's why there's 2.
All right.
Because the other blizzard of the month is drumstick with peanuts. Also not
you guys
new.
Hate peanuts and blizzards.
Well, I don't hate peanuts and blizzards.
You say they get too hard.
M&Ms get too hard. Peanuts are all right. They're kind of a distraction. But yeah, Brian, you look confused.
A drumstick already has peanuts in it. So we're saying on top of that, we're getting like
the drumstick blizzard. It's the drumstick blizzard, which is cone bits and
chocolate.
the chocolate from the cone dips. So you get like the chocolate pieces, and then they put whole peanuts in it.
Okay, because a drumstick has chopped nuts.
Yes. They just add peanuts, and it all gets blended in there.
I don't know if I need that. The drumstick blizzard is very good. I don't know if it needs all that extra texture in it.
Well, here's the thing about this, and this is not my official food experience, but I did have the drumstick that I made royal with caramel. Holy moly, was that good. And this is my thing, and I'm going to prepare you, because if you have a groan built up inside of you, get ready to let it out. Because with the brownie batter blizzard and the drumstick with peanut blizzards for the month of May, it is May Kit Royal month.
Okay.
Because that's the 2 best blizzards to make royal. If you want to, for May, I think it should be May Kit Royal.
Okay.
With the 2 blizzards of that's my only justification for those 2 as the blizzard of the month.
Yes.
And I tested it out. I tested it out with the drumstick and caramel at big thumbs up.
I'm going to use all of my improv skills that I've ever learned and say yes, and that's a good idea.
Make those royal. Maybe don't, you know what, actually laugh inside when you say make it royal, because you're going to know it's the blizzard of the month for May.
Say it
but
like
they're
a
going to miss
southerner.
it.
Say it like a southerner. Make it royal.
And I think you just need to do the brownie batter one with peanut butter.
That one's good. I liked it a lot.
That's
with
what I was
caramel.
thinking. Yeah.
I think caramel is a strong one, but really the brownie batter
yeah, I don't want brownie bladder.
No, not brownie. But that's too many blizzards and you'll have that.
Yes, I briefly did have that in 2009.
Yeah, but no, if you want to delve into the world of royals, brownie batter, drumstick, they both really will hold any of the other sauces well.
They really will. No, the brownie will be very good with almost any, like when fruit won't ruin it, there's something special there.
Right, and neither of those are ruined by fruit.
Exactly. But peanut butter is a solid option for that one. And Amy, I believe that you have some peanut butter news.
I do. Reese's is coming out with yet another peanut butter bar called Crunchy Peanut, and it's got peanuts, peanut cream, peanut butter, and a chocolate exterior. And it looks similar to the new breakfast snack cake bars, whatever you wanted to call them, from earlier, but obviously there's more to it. There's a lot more peanut variation and they're bigger.
Yeah, I think it's just there's more chunks of peanut in it. Really the
peanut
bigger.
Cream and peanut butter as separate things.
I feel like they're just like at this point throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks.
Peanut butter sticks.
Yeah. Like that's actually making me feel better about the NBA Dynasty Oreos.
True.
Have you seen those?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. I mean, it's one
that's just the way to get special edition cream.
Right up there with Halloween Oreos. This is not different. Halloween is not a flavor. It's just you made the color different.
NBA champion is not a flavor, but yet it's in stores now.
The Olympics, not a flavor Oreo.
But a good dry run of the 3 patties.
But I'm thinking Brian will still try these, even if they're not that different.
I will, but I'm not excited about them. And is it just me? I'm not really excited about the Reese's bars that come out.
I was excited about the one that was just the peanut butter cup in bar form.
Mm-hmm.
But did it live up to your peanut butter cup expectations?
You know what? Now that I have had the Freshies, nothing can.
That is true. Yeah, the factory direct Reese's that come just like right off the assembly line and are so much better. You wouldn't even think.
Ah, there they are. For those on the live stream.
In the chat, Anthony was asking about the NBA Dynasty Oreos. And because I basically live in the clown car of snacks, I could just turn around and produce them. But they are just Oreos that have the logos of NBA teams that had dynasties on them. And it is very clear on the packaging that the designs may vary by pack. So if you really wanted to eat the Celtics, they may or may not be in there.
Yeah. I have news. Moving right along.
Yeah.
Okay, we know White Claw is a thing. They're kind of becoming the new Oreo, I feel like, with different variations. And some, like a while ago, we previewed the White Claw 100, like the diet White Claw. And I have not seen that ever since Minneapolis was a test market and it went away, and I haven't seen it anywhere else ever.
It's hanging out with the potato chip Reese's peanut butter cups.
It must be. But they are coming out with 2 new flavors. Well, pause on that thought, but they are cranberry and blood orange, which are not new flavors, but in a new line of White Claw, these are the flavors for the White Claw Surge. What makes it surge? Is it an energy drink? No. It has more alcohol. So instead of a 5% alcoholic content, these are going to have 8%.
Well, okay then.
Yes, White Claw Oreos. No, I wasn't saying White Claw Oreos, Caroline. I was saying that they're becoming a Oreo, where they're coming out with products that maybe aren't necessary. So I don't know. Like this one, more alcohol. I think that's legit. But we'll see if it sticks around. And I suppose calling it surge because you add more alcohol, I guess if you're an aggressive drunk, that applies to you. Alcohol makes me sleepy, so I don't know if surge is the right name for me, but...
Plus, I am impressed, though, because I could not talk about a beverage named Surge and say Surge as many times as you did without screaming, Surge!
Well, see, you're older than I am, so I wasn't around when those commercials that you're referencing were on. And
Hang on, I'm gonna go light myself on fire.
I don't even know what I'm talking about with the commercials. So.
Yeah, you just saw a TikTok.
yes, that said, "Hey, remember these things from the olden days when they were." That's how I take surge commercials.
Yeah, that's how I try to make myself seem young now. Whenever someone says, "Where did you hear about that?" I just say, "I saw a TikTok." And they're like, "Oh, okay, you're hip."
Oh my gosh. Heather B in our chat just said, wait till they come out with pumpkin spice White Claw. That is so going to happen this year. Yes, I think that is going to happen.
But do you think they'll come out with Oreo White Claw?
Oh my gosh. I think that will be next year. That's a 2022 Christmas.
Meanwhile, we can dunk our Oreos into the black cherry flavor or something.
Yeah, we dunked the Pina Colada Oreos into rum cream. That was pretty good. I will say this about the pumpkin spice White Claw. I was in a grocery store today, and they had an entire end cap that was Boom Chicka Pop that was pumpkin spice and candy corn. So coming soon to that rack, White Claw.
This was going to be... Have we done experiences yet?
No, we're still talking about news.
No.
Okay, well, I have a segue then. It's my first week on this show. I'm sorry.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome, Brian. That's why I said hello, because you're new.
Yes.
Do you have any more news items, guys?
We're done with news, even if we did.
Okay, Brian, go ahead.
I have two experiences, but the first one was I did, speaking of hard seltzer, I tried Truly for the first time. It was a variety pack with 4 different kinds. I have to say, I didn't really care for it.
I thought when you said you tried Truly, you were talking about Lionel Richie.
Hello?
Because I'm young, I saw a TikTok.
I saw American Idol, and he seemed like he knew what he was talking about.
Yes, apparently.
I don't know.
Apparently,
music. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently, yes. He has done a song or two.
But no, like, and some of the flavors were better than others. There was like a watermelon kiwi that was, fine. But like 2 of the 4 flavors were just like, ooh, this, I understand why people mock hard seltzer. Now.
Not all hard seltzers are created the same.
Yeah, and I didn't quite get it because it's kind of like, I've never understood the Coke, Pepsi differences. Like, I understand that there's a difference in taste, but like for me to be like, oh, I'm Team Coke or Team Pepsi or whatever, and don't you dare serve me one of these other, like, I've never understood that.
Right,
but,
especially once you try root beer. You're like, why are you two fighting over those two when you can have this?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do your other experience or shall I go?
I'll let someone else talk for a minute. I feel like I've been chit-chatting.
I'm actually going to do both my experiences in a row because they're not that grand, and we'll end with one of you guys.
Wow, way to sell them, Amy.
But remember
Please tell us they're not grand and quick.
Remember last episode we tried these mystery Twizzlers?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They've been sitting in a bag in my kitchen since then. And I recently went into the bag to grab something and I'm like, they changed their smell completely for being a week or 2 old. It 100% smells like cotton candy.
Ooh. No, we did have some after show thoughts that
maybe it was bubble gum, but cotton candy seems plausible.
Mine have got them around somewhere. I mean, don't go get them now, but later on try it and give them a whiff. I mean, it's 100% smells like cotton candy after airing.
Mine were last seen in the county incinerator.
I have to say I did eat all of them, but I still never landed on a flavor. I still was like, these just taste like chewing air that's chunky.
It doesn't taste like cotton candy. It just tastes like
but it smells like cotton candy. Wow, that's a great experience, Amy.
But I love that it changed aromas, and if it's not cotton candy, I don't know. Now, my other experience is one of my favorite breweries now became extra favorite because when you order a beer from there, you get a free full-size candy bar.
Oh, a salted nut roll, it looks like.
For those that don't know, there's a local brewery here, Tin Whiskers, that does a salted nut roll based beer.
Yes, I've never had that, but I want to try it.
Salted nut roll, the other is chocolate salted nut roll. And when you get either one of those beers, you get this huge salted nut roll candy bar.
Is it a freshie? Because that's my life goal. If you listen to this, is to get a fresh salted nut roll.
Well, it's still in the wrapper, so I don't know. I didn't actually eat it yet.
Yeah, I've actually knocked on the factory door asking for them, and they sent me away.
Now, did you knock on the door asking for a freshie because they maybe thought you were asking for something inappropriate?
No, actually, I asked for a tour, and they were like, "No, we don't do that." And I will say this: my father was with me, and I don't want to say I'm a chip off the old block, but he's a quick thinker too. And they said no tours, and he says, "Can we have some free samples then?" And they came back with like a big jar and like loaded us up on free candy.
Yeah,
but I might
yeah, like I'm like, well,
free candy.
I didn't need the tour anyway. Thank you for the.
Well, you only go on a tour of a place that manufactures food to get the free samples at the end.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's the fun part of the Jelly Belly factory tour is they have every flavor and they give them to you one at a time, like one jelly bean at a time.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of have to because the tastes are so different.
Yeah.
With those.
But still, like, give me 3 of them. No, they give you 1.
But
anyways, I haven't.
I was just going to say, I'm going to pick up breweries based on their freebies. Get a free candy bar. I'm going.
Yeah.
There's a big event coming up in May. Here's my experience.
White Castle Royal.
Yeah, there's a big event in May, Kit Royal, and that is White Castle is celebrating their 100th birthday. And it's been a roller coaster of emotion for me finding that out because they've had me simultaneously excited and disappointed as only White Castle can. I found out that they have birthday cake on a stick, and I was excited. And then I got it, and it's like the size of the slider. It's like 3 inches. It's this teeny tiny little cake on a stick. But I was like, wow, that's kind of genius to have like a cake on a stick, because if I go through the drive-thru, I can just like eat it like a popsicle. But there's no frosting on it. It's just dipped in fudge, so you could just hold it and still have your hand occupied, like it didn't have the stick. So I was like excited because I thought this was a genius idea until I realized that I could hold the cake just the same as I could hold the stick.
Yeah. Now you've heard of cake pops, right? This is not a new idea.
No, but this is like a triangular wedge of cake. Well, if you look at the pictures, it looks like a triangle of cake, like you're getting a whole piece of cake. I mean, and in theory, they probably have like a relatively small cake. For our YouTube people, I can take it out of the package. I
wonder if it's.
I mean, it's an itty bitty little triangle wedge of cake on a stick.
That does surprise me. I would not expect White Castle to have that.
And it
actually, they also have
the same consistency as cake pops, where you bake the cake and then you mash it all together with like frosting and roll it into a ball.
It's been sliced. Like if you look, it's golden on the outside and then dipped in like a white chocolate and had sprinkles added. They also have a butter cake and a fudge dipped brownie wedge thing. So I thought that was really interesting, right? But I was like super excited because I thought it was a genius idea until I realized that, holding it this and this are the same.
Yeah. But you know what? Summer is coming. Maybe your car will be hot. Maybe it will start getting a little melty, and maybe you want that stick.
But it's so small. It's definitely bite sized. Although the stick kind of interferes with the bite size, actually.
Well, yeah.
But then in our Facebook group today, which if you're not participating, you should, Heather pointed out that if you get vaccinated on the day of your vaccine, you can go to White Castle and they'll give you the free cake on a stick. And I was excited about them, like, go White Castle. Except then I thought about it more, right? The cake is $1.09. It's $1.09. But I also, when I was getting the cake pop, I downloaded their app. And when you download their app, you get like a free meal. It's like you get like, I'll find the offer.
Danny, I have big news. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry.
Interrupt me.
You know how you're always saying that I will do anything for a value?
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Well, here's the thing though, right? So when you download their app, you get a free slider combo that's 4 original sliders, a small fry, and a small soft drink on us, which means that to White Castle, if you get vaccinated, you get a $1 piece of cake. But if you download their app, you get like a whole meal. And I feel like maybe their priorities are a little backwards. Like I would maybe, if you want to encourage vaccines, give me the meal for give a meal for people getting vaccinated and $1 piece of cake for the app. Now, I know that like that's just me seeing it and that marketing didn't think of it that way, but I found out both of them at the same time. So, but if you look at it this way, if you download the app and use it for the first time on the day you get vaccinated, you can get the meal and dessert.
There you go.
Okay.
See, now by the time this episode comes out, I will be within 24 hours of getting vaccinated, or if I haven't already, depending on when Amy is able to get this out. I'm not going to White Castle.
The cake's not bad, Brian. I mean, if you want cake, where else are you going to find a little triangle of cake for $1?
The snack cake aisle, Little Debbie, Christmas time.
It's not Christmas time though.
Well.
Brian, someone's trying to encourage you to go to White Castle for a slider challenge.
Also,
no.
They also do have a new smaller box. They have the Crave Crate, which is 100, and then they have the Crave Case, which is an ungodly amount. But they have a new one called the Crave Clutch, which is like 20 in a box. Oh. But it made me wonder. I'm like, it's the Crave Clutch. Is that really just the?
You're going to be clutching something to.
But like that's dangerously close to being the White Castle purse. Would you like a purse of White Castles?
No.
And also in the chat, they're talking about like after the vaccine, who wants White Castle? I can't think of of a better time to get White Castle than immediately after being vaccinated.
When I get a vaccine, the goal is to not get sick. I feel like going to White Castle invalidates that.
I mean, if you think about it, it means any side effects you have from the vaccination will probably be offset by the side effects from the White Castle.
You wouldn't know.
You're not even going to notice a fever after what it does to your intestinal tract.
Yeah, but Lori, who I don't think is in the chat here this week, she is a YouTuber who did the 12 slider challenge yesterday or this weekend, whenever, and she succeeded, but I was not jealous one bit.
Yeah, success is relative there.
Yeah. All right. I had experience here.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, Brian, what's your experience?
Well, Danny, it's fair to say that you enjoy a good breakfast sandwich, right?
Yeah, it's my go-to.
Okay,
I eat breakfast. Yeah.
But you don't do fast food.
I will do the White Castle breakfast sandwich.
Right, yeah. So other than White Castle, have you really tried any other fast food breakfast sandwiches?
Not in a long time. I was just trying to do the math on the last time I had McDonald's, and it's been years.
Well, I'm just going to say that there is a very much underrated breakfast sandwich out there, I feel, in the McGriddle. Which is like almost like a pancake.
I know it. Yeah. Because they put maple syrup in the whatever that bread thing is.
Yeah, it's thicker than a pancake, but it's quite good. Now
in the bread, yeah.
I think this is new to them. There are 3 kinds of meats that you could put in your McGriddle. Can either of you name them?
Bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Sausage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 2 easy ones, Amy.
Yep. So, Danny, what's the third? Amy did that.
I am going to guess. Okay. So I'm going to give a long answer, which is actually a shotgun approach. Okay. I would say conventionally people would guess the Canadian bacon off of the other breakfast sandwich.
You guess.
The Egg McMuffin. But I'm going to say that everybody right now is doing a chicken sandwich. So I'm going to guess chicken because holy cow, there's not a fast food place jumping into fried chicken.
Amy, what do you think?
Well, chicken was my guess, but I also wondered if it was beef, like a hamburger patty.
Oh, and our chat is following the same path. It is actually chicken. And I decided to try that because the McDonald's app tends to have quite frequently buy one, get one for a quarter. So my 1 for a quarter, I was like, well, if it's not that great, it'll be edible.
Yeah, at least I'll have a second one.
Yeah. So
I was just thinking that about you, Brian, that like what you lack in, like you can always make up for lack of quality with quantity. Like that will make you happy. You're like, it might be low quality, but if there's a lot of it, you're fine.
Yeah, well, I think they're $5, which, I don't want to pay $5 for something I'm not going to like. But I'll pay a quarter.
I will say this. When I was also at White Castle, I got the cake pop. I also, they have a special drink for the anniversary, which is a Fanta Craver Party Punch. It tastes like Tahitian treat. But I did notice on their menu, they do have the chicken and waffle sandwich, which is 2 waffles with the little fried chicken thing in there.
Yeah, so fried chicken. So, you would imagine like something that's just their regular chicken patty. This is just from the McChicken. They took the same patty at McDonald's and put it in the McGriddle.
Would you have been happier if they had taken a McNugget and put it in there?
I feel like I did that.
You put a few McNuggets.
I feel like I've done that. And I feel like that would have been better, to be honest. Because, a McChicken, that's not like eating chicken. It's like when you buy a chicken patty from the, frozen food section.
Listen, when I was in college, I had a love affair with chicken patty.
Oh, I think we all did, right? They're cheap. And
when I say when I was in college, I mean like 3 weeks ago, according to TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes. Corey is saying a McGriddle ice cream sandwich. That is, I think that's a good idea.
I don't know with egg and bacon.
Well, like the McGriddle, but with ice cream, I think, without the meat and egg and cheese. I mean, if you want, I don't know. Right. But McGriddle, great. I don't know. The chicken did not sell me one bit. It wasn't bad per se, but it didn't feel like a breakfast item, and it just felt off having that breaded chicken patty. on it.
I feel like chicken for breakfast has to be on a biscuit.
Yeah.
Or a waffle.
And
Also,
like
nothing
actual
really
chicken.
belongs on the McGriddle. Like it's good, but nothing really should be on it.
Wait, you don't like, like a bacon or sausage McGriddle?
I mean, I don't know. I just like that weird maple not bread thing is not, I don't know. It weirds me out.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I like them. I think that, breakfast sandwiches, it's a shame that it's harder to get to a fast food place for breakfast because I think I would eat them so much more often if it were convenient to get there.
Speaking
Hey,
of
you know what?
breakfast,
We're like a half an hour into our episode. Should we taste food?
We could do that.
breakfast, I've been trying to say this a few times. We have breakfast foods turned into snack foods.
Now, Amy, these might kill you, so you don't have to.
We have what they call remix.
It would get us more views though. So
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but like it's okay if you do.
It'd be an urban legend. Like, did you hear about that food podcast where someone died because she ate something that she's allergic to?
Right. I mean, I just said you don't have to clear my conscience. I didn't say I was gonna, that was like my disclaimer. Yeah. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch remix. In that, right? What's in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one? I believe that is a Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Crunchy
little
churros. Vanilla
and,
Chex cereal.
Yeah.
And then there's s'mores remix, which is Golden Grams, Cocoa Puff cereal, and marshmallows.
And then the last one. Yeah.
Chocolate.
I never knew that. I didn't even know Chocolate Toast Crunch was a cereal until this.
Which is
this is Chocolate Toast Crunch, caramel popcorn, and Vanilla Chex.
Yes.
This is the only one that I'm going to say is legit without trying them because the others are just cereal that they threw together.
Well, there's something else in there that's not cereal, right? I don't know.
The s'more one still has marshmallows.
And I don't
although
think
they feel more like
on
Marbits.
In regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch, there's not like churro cereal.
But I think there is a Cinnamon Toast Crunch churro.
But it doesn't look like the little churro.
Yeah. I don't know though. I don't eat I'm not allowed sugar cereals.
I'm digging into the Cinnamon Toast Crunch first. I'm gonna get it over with.
All right.
Yeah, that way, if you die, Danny and I get more time to talk.
Yeah. Give me more time to die. Where are the vanilla ones?
I mean, the churros, this is just, there's a Cinnamon Toast Churro cereal, right? That's just this?
That's what I thought too. I mean, that's yummy. It's definitely just like eating cereal right out of the box.
Yeah, like, I would pour this in a bowl and pour milk on it.
Right, yeah. As cereal, this would be fine.
So am I the only one that just like gets a handful of cereal and just eats it that way?
No, I do that sometimes.
I don't think you're the only one, but it's not my preference.
Oh.
I mean, when you're pouring cereal and some, comes out of the bowl or it's in the box still when you're done, like I'll eat that. But
sometimes I'll have dry honeycomb for a snack.
It's snackable. Which one next?
Wait, this one had Vanilla Chex?
Supposedly.
Okay. Yeah, I just got one. That kind of saves it. That vanilla flavor really gives it a little variety.
There it is. It took me forever to get one with it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just hard cereal. It's dry cereal. All right, next.
But a mix.
Yeah. It is a mix. It's a remix, if you will.
Yeah.
Cinnamon or chocolate.
Let's try the chocolate toast crunch.
Yeah. Yes.
The addition of popcorn makes this interesting.
It's popcorn and cereal. Did these need to meet and reproduce? I
mean,
it's all right.
I'm going to say this. I didn't need to see these three all hook up, but I'll watch.
I don't know that I would pour milk on this one though, because that would make the popcorn weird.
No. You know what this makes me wish for?
What's that?
Fiddle faddle.
Yes, now that you mention that, yes.
These might be good for sprinkling on the top of cakes and stuff.
All right.
This is worth picking out for the fiddle faddle.
Yeah, this is all very crunchy. It's all cereal, pretty much.
And the s'more.
All right, so the Marbits, Golden Grams, and Cocoa Puffs.
Wow.
They have a little nerve calling that s'more, don't they?
I definitely want this as a cereal, this one.
So do you want to play FMK with these?
I mean, there are 3 of them, so it makes sense.
I feel like any of them, I'm just going to, even whether I F, M, or K, I'm just doing it to get it over with. It's just like, what's the consequence and how long will I suffer with it?
Yeah.
I can go, though. I can
go for it. If you're ready, Daniel, go right ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to kill the s'more one, the Golden Graham, the Cocoa Puff, and the marshmallow, because it didn't even come together as a s'more. Like, that like didn't even taste like a good cereal. It just was like, it just didn't come together. You so like when I heard s'more, I was in, and I don't get s'more. I get like the cereals that nobody wanted, so I'm killing them. I'm gonna frolic with the chocolate toast crunch. I kind of wanted to marry it, but then I realized that I was really only there for the popcorn, and that the toast crunch and the Chex, like, I was watching all of this and like, I'm kind of enjoying it. Like, I would keep going back to it, but it would be like, in your frolic, like there's somebody who's like, does one thing that you really like. It's like I knew someone that, or maybe in a relationship, and they were like, you know what, this person drives me crazy, but when we get together, they do this thing that I really enjoy. And so I put up with all of the nonsense for that human collision time.
I think you just described every episode of Seinfeld.
I don't know. I don't really watch it, but it's before my time. Is that on TikTok?
Oh, I on TikTok.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that. Like, I put up with the Chex and the chocolate stuff to get, just so I could have that popcorn frolic. And then, you know what? I'm marrying the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one. The 3 things that are in there, it just tastes like one. And like, you know what? I like it. I could eat it. I could live with this forever. I don't know that I would thrive, but I can tolerate it.
You'd survive. You would thrive. Wouldn't thrive.
I wouldn't be like, yeah, I wouldn't be like, I got the chocolate toast crunch again when I was really hoping for the caramel popcorn. But like, I'll eat this because I know tomorrow I'm gonna get some of that sweet caramel popcorn. So that's mine.
I can go, I guess.
Go for it.
I do like the original, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch in general, and I would love to pour milk on it, but I need to kill it, not just because I'm allergic to cinnamon, but also out of the 3, it's the more sugary versus, I mean, they're all sweet, obviously, but it's more sugary sweet than other sweet. I don't know how to describe that. So although I probably will eat most of this, not at once, but it's going to be killed.
Been nice knowing you.
I am going to frolic with the s'mores then. Is that what I'm frolicking with? Yes. I'm going to frolic with the s'mores ones. They're good, but it's not as good as I expected. I don't know what to say. The Golden Graham pieces are the best pieces, and the chocolate and the marshmallow aren't adding a lot for me. So it's good. And I could definitely pour that one in a bowl and eat it like cereal. I don't just have to eat it as a snack mix. So it's got multiple ways I can enjoy it. That's good for a frolic. So I'm marrying the chocolate one because it's a good chocolatey flavor, I think. The chocolate toast crunch, and you get variety with the popcorn, and that seems more of a remix to me than just 3 different kinds of cereal. And it's tasty. I enjoyed it. And all of these would be great toppings on other desserts too. Cakes with frosting, cupcakes. Put it in a drunken milkshake.
Brian.
All right, I'm really tempted to give my answer in freestyle rap in honor of the remix, but Amy didn't like that before, so.
We can't get censored off YouTube.
Why do you think that I would be cursing in this?
Well, they might think you're riffing off another song.
Okay. All right, so I'm actually going to agree with Amy. I'm going to kill the cinnamon. Which I know people probably would think that I would frolic with this because it's vanilla in there, but how dare you, first of all.
If it had ice.
It's too, okay, coming from Minnesota Bland Boy here, this is also shocking, but it's too bland. It's too boring. It's like the texture is just hard cereal. That doesn't do anything for me. It's just hard cereal and hard cereal and hard cereal. The vanilla is the only saving grace, but doesn't do it justice enough. I am going to throw it a little bone though. I'm going to kill it by pouring milk in it and eating it. So it's the way that it wants to go, I'm sure.
Yes.
I am going to marry the chocolate toast crunch. Not because I really love it so much, but because, I was on a reality show and I had to pick someone and it was the season finale and, we got to get the ratings up there. So I'll go with the one that has the popcorn because that was the most unique. It's the most diverse. Yeah, we'll go with that. I like it, but it's going to be one of those things where we get married, but then it gets annulled right after that the season finale airs. I am going to give a pity frolic to the Golden Graham S'mores remix, and usually I'm on the receiving end of that, but this time I'm going to be giving it. It's not s'more.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian. They like you for the popcorn.
They like me for the popcorn?
That's the pity frolic is the popcorn. They put up with your other ingredients.
Well, no, I feel bad for it because it's a s'more. S'mores are great. It's saying, love me, I'm a s'more. It's not a s'more. It's not. I don't care. They put lipstick on a pig here. It's still a pig.
Ooh.
And and by pig, I mean dry cereal. I feel like that analogy was pretty clear and pretty rocking. I didn't have to explain that.
Maybe.
No, it's just Cocoa Puffs, which is another dry, hard cereal, a fine cereal, but I don't want to eat it plain. Golden Grahams, a great cereal. I don't want to eat it plain. And then Marbits. It just, I know that you think that you'll rest some more, but you're only going to make me snore. Word.
So you're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
No, I'm not. I'm cuckoo for wanting to frolic with it, but that's about it.
How do you feel about matcha tiramisu flavor?
That sounds incredibly bad.
I feel like we ran out of time for this week.
And it looks very, very matcha, at least on the picture.
From Japan, yeah. I don't
yeah.
understand how matcha and tiramisu go together, but Japanese KitKat time, we haven't had them in a while, and the flavor's matcha tiramisu.
And if it's really tiramisu, that means there's going to be coffee.
So there could be coffee for Amy Face. There could be matcha for Brian Face.
And it could be really grassy matcha.
And I love both, and so this could be good for me.
This smells like grassy coffee.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
This smells horrible.
This is the new smaller size, too, from Japan.
I mean, it's funny because the two smells that I'm smelling, the matcha and the coffee, separate would be
right. It really smells like matcha and coffee.
This smells good. I like it. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should be mooing right now because I'm eating grass.
I like this. This is a nice creamy matcha.
It doesn't taste as bad as I thought based on the smell, but I don't really like it.
I wanted more coffee.
No.
We've had a lot of Japanese Kit Kats. I will say this. I hate to agree with you when it's something unpleasant. I don't love this one. I love matcha. I had very high hopes for this.
Yeah, this looks like
there's like a bitter flavor in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this tastes like it the way it's supposed to taste. It does taste like.
Oh, absolutely. It tastes like if you took the cream of tiramisu. I think actually if you took the coffee out of your tiramisu and replaced it with like super dense matcha.
Amy, I'm getting more of a coffee aftertaste. Are you getting that?
I got some coffee. It smelled way more of coffee than it tasted of coffee, but I could still taste the coffee. Yes, I did make a Brian face.
Yeah.
It definitely tasted like it looks like.
Yes.
I will say this. It is what we thought it would be. That makes me happy. Because when I put together the episode description, I'm like, we could get Amy face and Brian face.
Yes.
And we did.
1.
If you do like matcha, find the Power of Matcha Kit Kats from Japan. Those have like, you could actually see the leaves in them.
You know, it's really funny because the two flavors just, for me, do not mesh.
Well, they would never mesh for me.
Yeah, I know they wouldn't for you. Matcha has a chance. Like if it's
yes, it has a chance. I've had matcha stuff I like.
What about M&Ms? Do they think they have a chance?
I usually like M&Ms, yes.
Yes.
If we took a bag and we just were like, hey, we're going to charge you more for a smaller bag, and you got 3 kinds. We'll start with the classic mix.
That's a little shady right there.
So these come out, yeah, there's new ones out. So they come in 2 types. There's classic mix and peanut mix.
Mm-hmm.
The classic mix has milk chocolate, peanut butter, and peanut, which is to me like the classic M&Ms.
Yeah.
All in a bag. And then the peanut mix is weird to me.
Yes. Me
because
as well.
Dark chocolate peanut, milk chocolate peanut, and white chocolate peanut M&Ms.
White chocolate peanut, where has that been?
Not in my belly.
No, I can't recall even seeing that anywhere. Ever.
No, I do feel like that might be new, but we have that in the mix. Which mix do you want to try first?
Let's go with the classic. Let's just refresh our palate. Let's get rid of that residual field taste in our mouth.
Now, how many of these do you have to eat at once for it to be a mix? Because you can't. Yeah. You can sort of tell what's what in here.
At least 3.
I was going to say the whole bag, but there are more in here than I thought.
Yeah. I've got 2 peanut butter and a classic in my hand. I'm going to go for that.
I'm just, big old handful.
Go for a handful.
See, now these mesh together. These are flavors that are okay together.
I would do fewer peanut and more peanut butter, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I really think, these are a lot of people's favorites. Linda is saying that's her 3 favorites. I think they easily could get away with doing more variations of some of them.
I feel like this is nice, but I don't know that it's necessary.
You can just buy, for not that much more, 3 bags of M&Ms and do your own.
I'd make a much bigger mix.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them.
Yes, a 1 pound bag.
Okay, so on
now the peanut mix. Like Brian said, I've never heard of the white chocolate ones, and you can't tell these apart.
Yeah, I was thinking we probably won't know which is which.
Some of mine are small for peanut M&Ms.
I guess we're just going to have to keep eating them one by one. Did you find one, Danny?
I found a white chocolate one, but there's so little white chocolate in there. These taste like peanut M&Ms. Yeah.
I think that for M&Ms, they have done a good job with making flavors that make sense.
Mm-hmm. I will say this. Even though these are different, I feel like the milk, we're having the white chocolate and the dark chocolate, they kind of cancel each other out, and I just feel like I'm just having regular peanut M&Ms.
Mm-hmm. You know what, though? Just eating one white chocolate M&M, I'm okay not ever seeing a bag of those.
Mm-hmm.
Probably why you don't. So these are kind of fraternal twins. Do you think one of them's evil?
Yes. The peanut M&Ms are the evil twin, in my opinion, because it's harder to eat a lot at once. And when you have M&Ms, even though they don't melt in the hand, you want to pop all those like they're, well, candy, I guess. I was going to say pills, but that's not a good thing to say.
And I agree with your assessment. I would call the peanut M&Ms the evil ones and the classic mix the good twins. But that's just because I like the mix of the classic mix. They're classic for a reason.
Yeah. Here's the thing. There is a distinct difference between a chocolate M&M, a peanut M&M, and a peanut butter M&M. Yes. There is not really much of a difference between the other three peanut M&Ms.
That's another good point. Like if the other mix was something like had a pretzel or a crispy in there or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're both correct. The peanut is the evil twin. But I do feel like this is the start of a nice exploration
yes.
of mixes. I want to see where these go.
Yes.
I want to see what they can do. Like Amy said, like crispy and pretzel M&Ms, I like them, but I don't love them on their own. But in a mix, I feel like they could kind of be like the secret sauce.
If you had pretzel, peanut butter, and crispy M&Ms all together, oh, that would be a delight for me.
Or even pretzel, peanut butter, and classic. I know that's very close to their classic mix here, but it's just you get chocolate, peanut butter, and pretzel. It's where I'm going, which is good.
You know what I think is going to be left out in this? Mint M&Ms.
Well, I was going to say any of the flavors.
I could see them doing a milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and mint.
Well, I was going to say peppermint, yeah, around holidays.
I would do that. I really think that the formal mix would have the almond.
Yes. I like the idea of the almond and yeah.
Yeah. So on that note, I feel like we've talked about a lot of things today.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about enough things. And if you're listening to the podcast, you're like, will they ever shut up?
And we ate plenty of sugar. So we should probably shut up soon before we get too hyper.
No. Are we going to shut up? Yes, now.
We will. So thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, the caramel.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, caramel, too. That's also a good one. That would go well in that chocolate mix.
Yes.
I feel like what you do is you do peanut, chocolate, and then a rotating cast of characters, and then add any third.
Right. You could throw in the hazelnut. You could throw in... they could do a mixed nuts one with like the hazelnut, the almond, and the peanut.
Yep, I was kind of thinking that actually. I mean, almost any of them will go together. I guess maybe not what do they call it? The orange cream or the orange
creamsicle or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know if that would really go well, but it has to be things where you can take a handful. The flavors will.
Yeah.
Right.
The carnival flavors that need to die don't get invited to this party.
Yeah.
No, and even though the key lime are surprisingly good, I wouldn't put them in a mix.
Yeah. If it says white chocolate cheesecake, just stand outside.
Any that are white chocolate.
Yeah.
No.
I could see them do white chocolate with mint for like a peppermint bark, but.
Wow.
Thanks for joining us, everyone, on YouTube.
Yeah, I think we're all like, yeah, that's good.
We're dying now.
Yep, definitely crispy. Yeah, I mean, as long as we're here and I'm seated here at the buffet, I'm going to be eating M&Ms. I don't really need to be doing.
Yeah, that's a low value food. I mean, I will say I have been known at a buffet. Brian's seen me do this. If they have the mini M&Ms as one of the ice cream toppings, I have filled a little bowl with them and brought them to my table. Sometimes, if I'm feeling particularly naughty, I will take my soft ice cream cone and dip it in those.
And sometimes if he's feeling extremely naughty, he'll just take his face and dip it in the whole container. Pre-COVID, of course.
Unlike some people that stick their whole tongue and face under a chocolate fountain.
There's not a sign that says no.
Yeah. I mean, is there a sneeze guard? If they didn't want you to do that, they would have put in a sneeze guard.
Thank you.
On that note.
On that note.
Thank you.
Guys.
Bye, everyone.